Hi everyone, it's Stephanie Weaver. I'm here in the Blue and Yellow Kitchen in San Diego, California, cooking under stay-at-home orders. I've got Microwave Boy with me on the camera. Hi Microwave Boy.
Hello, Steph.
And today I'm showing you what I was going to be making regardless of whether I was doing videos or not. This is a creamy spinach and mushroom soup with a vegan creme fraiche. I made up this recipe based on one I tasted at an amazing produce marketing association years ago. That was a mushroom company, and so you can use, button mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, whatever you can get. I'll be posting the link to the recipe in the comments, so you don't have to take notes on this one. But I just wanted to kind of show you, what sometimes I'll have a taste for something like really rich and creamy, but that doesn't necessarily need to have any kind of dairy in it. So I've got an onion that's been cooking for 4 or 5 minutes, getting some nice color on it, but it's not too brown. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to add in the 2 cloves of garlic. Now, for my migraine people, you can adjust this recipe. You would just do leeks and maybe a shallot or the white parts of green onions. The garlic's going to be fine, and then in place of the red lentils, which are used in this recipe to give it body, you could use yellow split peas or chana dal. You would just need to cook the soup a little bit longer. I might recommend pre-soaking just in that particular case. And then the other thing I wanted to show you I don't want to cook the garlic in there on its own for too long, so I'm going to go ahead and put most of these just roughly chopped, because if you're doing a pureed soup, it doesn't matter how nice your dice or chop is on anything. So I think this is about 16 ounces of mushrooms. I got them from the local farm CSA that we've been buying produce from, and it's a nice, they do a nice variety of mushrooms. Those are going to cook for about 10 minutes. You want them to cook down and release all their liquid. And I just wanted to show you how to clean mushrooms. I used to think that you should wash the mushrooms, but mushrooms are like little sponges, and they absorb, if you do wash them, they absorb all that water. So what I do is I take one of what I call my disreputable kitchen towels, the ones that are stained from doing things exactly like this, squeezing the moisture out of potatoes, cleaning mushrooms, all those good things. So I just run it lightly under the tap and squeeze it dry. And then what I'm trying to do is, mushrooms are grown in a soil, basically a soil, it's called a growing medium. And so it's not going to hurt you if you eat it, but it's got some grittiness to it. So you just want to get that off of there, but you don't want to rub any color off them. You're just looking to get the little bits of soil off them. And then, so for a rough chop, I might even just quarter these. So just a real simple, doesn't matter the size or shape because they're going to get pureed. So, important thing with mushrooms is they're obviously round. So it's really easy to cut yourself trying to get a handle on them. So I always want to start by getting yourself a flat side so then it doesn't rock or wobble. All right, so that's my mushrooms are going in. They're going to cook for 10 minutes or so. I'll show you the soup at the end. We'll come back and show you the soup at the end. But let me just walk you through what else is in it. So I'm going to deglaze that pan with, sorry, I should have left it out, marsala, dry marsala wine. White wine would work, red wine would work, whatever you got. But this is my cooking wine of choice. So I've got a 1/4 cup of that. And what deglazing is it loosens all the little bits that have stuck to the bottom of the pan. But those aren't burned things, they're just very browned, caramelized things, and that's where all that great flavor is. So you're going to use that to just kind of clean the pan out, get all that stuff, nice and in there. Then 3 cups of vegetable or chicken stock, whatever you've got. About a cup of coconut milk. This was in the freezer. It's a heavy coconut milk. There's actually a can of coconut cream that I thinned down, so this is about a cup of that, but that's going to add that creamy non-dairy richness. And then a cup of red lentils, which I'm going to rinse and drain before I put in there. If you're not sensitive to tamari or soy sauce or Bragg's or coconut aminos, up to 1.5 tablespoons. I don't really use that anymore because it is a migraine trigger for me. 1 bay leaf, black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then apparently the day I made this recipe a couple years ago, my spice pantry was extremely well stocked. So there's like 4 spices listed in here. All I have right now are dried basil and dried thyme, so I'm just going to put a pinch of each of those in there. And then essentially you bring that to a boil and then simmer it until your lentils or your beans or peas are completely cooked. Then allow it to cool enough to put it in the blender and puree it. And I'm going to show you the very last step, so we'll come back and show you the last step and show you what it looks like. You always want to pull your bay leaf out before you puree. And then if you have spinach, which I do not at the moment, you just throw the spinach into the hot soup, so like a handful per person, stir that in. When I did it for the photograph, I also set aside some sliced mushrooms that I sauteed, so I artfully placed them on the top as a garnish. It's fine to do that, but you don't need to. Okay, 30 minutes later, give or take, my soup is done, and I know that by tasting, pulling some out, blowing on it, making sure the lentils are cooked, and red lentils cook really fast. Then you blend it. You want to put it into your blender, put a towel over it, vent the top a little bit, and then start with low, turn it up to high, get it super smooth. This allows it to give off the steam that it's going to need to give off without burning you or exploding. Very important. Okay, so let's see what our, oops, my top is loose. This is a live to tape show. So just see how beautiful and creamy that, apparently Daisy is giving me a taste test as well. How smooth and creamy that soup is, and this is non-dairy. And I did already have some what's called vegan sour cream or vegan creme fraiche. It's basically cashews, lemon juice, and salt with some water. You can see that that's also super creamy, and that just adds a really nice little topping. And I have some cilantro I might throw on there because I do like my cilantro. I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste and just see how it came out. So again, this is that the creamy spinach and mushroom soup with vegan creme fraiche. Daisy's really enjoying the lid of the blender right now. It is very, so super creamy, which is what I was looking for. It's kind of a chilly day here, kind of gloomy. The mushroom flavor is okay. Yeah, thank you. Mushroom flavor is very pronounced. It's you can tell that there's more than one note of mushrooms, which is really what makes it nice. So if you can find shiitake, chanterelle, under whatever circumstances you're shopping, I wouldn't worry about it. But cremini are really good in this recipe, but it's really nice if you have a couple of them. You don't taste the lentils, you don't taste the coconut milk. It's just the beautiful creamy soup. And then when you add in that little bit of tangy creme fraiche on top, or the vegan cashew sour cream, whatever you want to call it, that just adds a really nice little note of tang and again, a little bit more creaminess. So I hope you're going to give this soup a try. The link will be in the comments on my blog, migrainereliefrecipes.com. I do have notes in there about how to make it migraine friendly. I'm the author of the Migraine Relief Plan, and you can follow me, Stephanie Weaver MPH, here on Facebook, S Weaver MPH on all other platforms, and if you're watching this on YouTube, jump on over to Facebook and give me a follow there. And please share this if you think you know somebody who would enjoy the soup. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.